What's up, YouTube? Today, this is my unboxing, real first reaction. I haven't done one of these in a while. I do, obviously, I don't really get into the first reaction type content a lot. Why? Because I open up stuff when I get it, and sometimes I'll put it away, and you get like a quarter of a first reaction. Anyway. Smooth Appaloosa bones. So this is a, let me grab the accompanying, this is a GEC JSR Wyandot Frontier Knives SFO bullet and Barlow with smooth Appaloosa bone handles that you requested. Okay, so a few things. So they're saying I requested this. I never requested this knife. That doesn't mean that I didn't want it. But so I think that, and this is a good idea actually, some people have decided to get around the bots, quote unquote bots. I don't really believe they're bots, but to get around the vultures that swoop in and them and their buddies and whatever little Slack, Zumba, Discord, Chime group they're in, group chat, swoop in and they gobble up everything. Nobody wants that, and I think people are just over it. So I got an invoice for this knife that obviously then the option is to pay or to not pay. I called them and I said, hey, I got this invoice. I'm going to pay it. But I just wanted to let you guys know I got it because I have no idea. I use this to open up the box. I have no idea if somebody else ordered this and then got it. I'm not sure. So they never got back to me, but they did send me the knife I paid for, which is great. So I think that's just their way of like, they don't want a bunch of their not. Weird. Appaloosa bone. Is there really a horse that looks like this? That's a sick horse. Guys need to take care of your horses, okay? All right, so we got a 78 with a clip point, obviously. I think they all have that. Secondary. Serialized, I got number 58. There are no gaps. And it's basically like the white bone, except there's some color. The white bone I've seen as other factory SFOs. I think this is an SFA. No, SFO. Selling for like double this, basically. So I think that this is a neat piece. I doubt that I got it at that much of a markup. And the reason that they're invoicing people, if you don't pay the invoice, you either can't or you don't want to. And then it would go on to the next person, I'm sure. It's just a good way. Oh, that's wonderful. My rice is ready. Hang on. All right, so there's a good way to maneuver around the quote unquote bots that aren't really bots, it's just people. But the hundreds of people that, through the ease of kind of like centralized communication through Discord or whatever you're using, um, one of them can check the site. Oh, look, these are up. I'm going to tell these 60 people. Everybody buys one or two. And even because even if you have, I just feel like some people are buying more than one somehow, some way. And then it's like, oh, we'll go tell this Facebook group. Then they're gone. And, within 5 minutes of them being discovered. So I think that the invoice method is good. Kind of what Collector Knives was doing with the hardcore. They had, I don't know if you guys remember, they had like a hardcore GEC fan sign up where you would purchase literally one of every single GEC that came out, no matter what. And yeah, that list has never opened up since then. It's gone. A little bit of gappage right there at the... I got a decently thought out comment the other day that GEC isn't being hurt brand wise by what's going on with the supply and demand, and really just the way that a few people are getting all of the knives. And here's the thing, is that that's just not true, and you're silly. Eventually, Bill Howard will die because he's not immortal. Maybe immortal in the in our hearts and in Cutlery, but he's not actually forever. He's not infinite. He's a finite person. So at some point, he's going to pass away, and there's going to be a rough spot, depending on how long, I don't know, a transitory period. And I've heard his son will take over or whatever. That's great. But I'm just saying that brands, they build up equity or capital with the people that buy from them. And if you're the base of your customers are a bunch of toxic people that demand the world and don't want to pay any money, that's not a robust customer base. And that leaves the potentiality for problems. And I get that GEC is like the best right now. But, I mean, is GEC going to outlive like the Tierra Collective? No, it's not. Tierra Collective have been around for hundreds of years. It's part of the government. You think that the Tierra Collective in France is going anywhere? No. It's literally part of the government strata. It's not going anywhere. Just like those people that are born and then France is like, you bake bread. And they bake bread for the rest of their lives. Because that's how it works over there. There's other ones too. There's other things that it's just been so built up. Am I saying that GEC isn't better? I think that when you get to really high level knives over there in France and Germany, even Spain, and even this country, you're looking at similar fit and finish, but you're able to get these other knives because honestly, there's not the choke point of GEC wants to work in the same building and never buy new anything and never make themselves able to rise to a demand. It's, it is what it is, but you're burning off all of the new people when you can't ever get a piece. And you're really focusing in on a certain demographic. And right now, I think most people would say it's good old boys that, through whatever networking they know somebody that's a dealer and they can slide in and kind of unfairly get a hold of these pieces. This demographic is older, it's white, not that it matters that they're older white. I'm just saying that it is, it's not good. It's not, I realize that expanding would be really, really tough for GEC, but, I already know people are going to be like, that would hurt quality. There's going to be ups and downs. When Bill Howard, it's just an obvious example. When Bill Howard dies, and he's, I'm sure, advanced in age anyway. No, if this is not me being disrespectful, just is what it is. There's going to be bumps in the road, and it is what it is. Man, this is nice. In any event, that's what all she wrote for this one. Thanks for sticking with me to the end, and I hope you folks have a great rest of your day. Bye now. Bye now.